That's a big coffee cup you got there, Sladgie. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everyone. Would you like some candy? It's not Halloween, it's Christmas. Almost Christmas time. Hey. Hey, everybody. This is going to be Pawnda. Pawnda is going to borrow Iggy Pop's Christmas message. Hey, everybody. It's Christmas time. Merry Christmas, ho, ho, ho. If you're my fan, I'm yours too. And if you're not, you. I love you guys. Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye-bye. All right. So, let's go. 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3. I've got a short stream today. Hey, are you my fan, then? If you're not, I love that, man. I love that. What's up? All right, Schumacher. If you're my fan, I'm yours too. If not, then fuck you. All right, Schumacher. What's up? 5 plus 3. Oh, finally I get white against him. Jesus, he had white in a row, like maybe 10 games. I don't know. White in a row. White in a row. Wow, for something you played the Caro-Kann. Oh my god, it's something new. Giganto coffee. Alright, so today is Blitz, tomorrow is, we're going to try to do the simul stream tomorrow night. I have this new opening. I really need something better against Caro-Kann. I don't know, Patna's alright, but I gotta expand my horizons. I don't know, I just can't get the hang of the advanced variation. It's too close for Blitz, I think, too. Alright. The G6. Russian systems, no, that's Grunfeld. Yeah, no, the fantasy variation is cool. Of course, that's one of the more interesting things to play. No surprises there. Charles, the Charles Hotel. All right, now, what are we supposed to do? I'm out of book. Now I'm out of book. The nice thing about this is that it prevents e6, but it sucks. So preventing e6 is one thing. There are other disadvantages to this move. In the past, I played bishop e2, bishop f3. That's not so great either. I mean, I think this g6 system is actually one of Black's recommended ways of playing. I used to think it was kind of shaky, but if you want something a little bit on the dynamic side, you know, it's better than the stodgy defenses against the Panov. I've never played it personally, but then again, I'm not a real Caro-Kann player. In theory. Now what do I do? Okay, so black plans to play knight b6. Okay, you can play d6, I guess. Feed me, I'm a pawn. Too much discussion with 5-3 is bad. I need to treat this differently. Treat this differently. A4, knight b6, a5. Interesting concept. And total bullshit. But, no, I don't know what to do. This has to be a bad idea. But, whatever. Alright. I don't know. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. I'm playing knight f4, guarding the d5 pawn like a noob. And my piece is all stuck behind said pawn on d5, which seems pretty retarded, basically. Not to be politically incorrect. But it's a good word. It expresses my feelings about this situation where everything is freaking blocked. Left-handed. You like words. Apparently you do. I can tell. I can challenge you. You know, somebody told me something that I thought was interesting. They told me that, like, I had blocked them and they could see on my profile that they were blocked. Is that for real? Like, I guess no one ever blocked me, so I couldn't tell. If you block someone, you can, like, click on their profile and see that they're blocking you. Excuse me? How does that work? I would assume it was, like, private, right? So if you block me, if Schumacher blocks me and I go to his profile, it says a big message like, "You are blocked." I mean, what is that about? Really? This guy sent me a message. He was like, "Yeah, I tried to look at your profile and it says I'm blocked or something." Like, is that for real? It sounded kind of fishy to me. I didn't know that was a thing either. I mean, it sounds really strange. There's something strange about that. I mean, where would it say that? I don't understand. Like, where? How? I was like, did you try to send me a message? How did you know I have you blocked? He's like, oh yeah, I tried to click on your profile or something. What? It's, yeah, Arsenal should be an expert. Actually, Asterbate should be the expert. He blocks everyone he plays. It was a Panov with g6 for black. But, I mean, I'm out of book on, like, move 7, because I haven't looked at it in 30 years, and I just kind of make it up. The last time I had it was against Asaboeva in an IM tournament, but we played differently. I played like bishop e2, bishop f3 against her. Actually, I had a couple games with ladies. Another lady. No, I take it back. That wasn't a g6 line. It was just her. And yeah, to be honest, I mean, maybe I've really almost faced it never. This g6 line. We're always hoping that black plays g5. You know, get lazy, play g5. You know, easy way to win your pawn back. Just play g5. It's totally fine. Nothing could possibly go wrong with g5. It wouldn't weaken your king side at all. I honestly don't really believe in the Panov, like, being like truly white's best way of playing against the Caro, because it's like fundamentally you're trading e takes d like away from the center. The exchange duration feels somehow fundamentally flawed, but it's the only thing I've ever really practiced. Man, that's really asking for it. You face the Kraken. Yeah, I mean, it always appealed to me because I'm a queen pawn player primarily. I would define myself as that, you know. Although I played knight f3, c4, e4 a lot of games, I still think about the game, I think. Feel most comfortable. I don't know, I feel like I feel most comfortable in the queen pawn games. I played the most like mainline d4 stuff with white over my career, so it feels like I'm playing d4 rather than e4 when I play this. Oh my god, it's gone completely south. Any connection between Schumacher and the Boston Red Sox is purely coincidental. Alright. He needs a new general manager. So, we'll reinforce this pawn Tetris. Hello, pawn Tetris. Tetris. The tentricles. The Kraken's tentricles. Yeah, I knew you'd eventually cave and do that. Do I want to do knight takes g6? Knight takes g6, bishop takes e3, knight takes e7 check. It's kind of juicy, but he's gonna, oh no. Check. Uh-oh. Knight takes g6, bishop e3, knight takes e7. Oh, so g7's no good. He has to go to h8. And if he goes to h8, then we have another surprise. Knight takes f5, bishop takes c1. There's a check there. I'm going to regret this. Famous last words. Can I take on f8? Can I play? Can I challenge? I can challenge you. I like the way the warrior says that. It's not can I challenge you, he reverses it to I can challenge you. Yes. You can, that's true. I'm kid, that's my job. Merry pre-Christmas, everyone. This is a beautiful position. He couldn't get in g5, so he'll substitute the f5. Definitely not a typical Schumacher type of position we've got here. Nothing wrong with this position. Nothing can possibly go wrong here. He's got it all under control. He's loving the increment. Oh no. Discoveries. Oh my god, man. Richard Rapport. Hey. Hey. Slam your car door at your own risk. Oh, I like that. Okay. Whew, that was ugly. Alright, let me see the opening. Quick overview. Yeah, so last I played this opposition, I played bishop e2. Let me see what's up here. Yeah, bishop e2 surprisingly is the main line. Wow. Interesting. It's like kind of artificial. I mean, the bishop e2 feels slow and artificial. I didn't know g3 was a move. That's interesting. Huh. Learn something new every day. So my move is like never played by anybody, and it just sucks. Wow. Interesting. Knight on bd7, and ge2, knight b6. Vasquez Schroeder versus Kamsky. Knight f4, only played once, and this is particularly bad, apparently. I thought about a4. Slam your car door. Damn, knight f4. Why is knight f4 so bad? Take the bishop. Okay. And then play b6. And then prepare to get your pawn back. Let's say rook e1, rook c8, queen b3. Now, we've been waiting for g5. You know, there's a time and place for everything. Yeah, bishop f4. Oh, you like bishop f4 like in the opening? Bishop f4. The bishop f4 Brunfeld. I was thinking about this, but this is really bad. Combining them. Anyway. Well, we both need to learn this opening, man. Zong Prism. What is a Song Prism? Song Prism. To Song. Song Tao. Alright. Wait a second. Oh my god, wait a second. I just love doing that. Just love doing that stuff. Just fun. A little bit of fun playing with the Kraken. Is our board straight? No. Man, the board is terrible today. It's totally the wrong size. It needs to move to the right. Nanok sends me like Facebook messages when I had the board wrong. I never know when I'm going to get like a message from Nanok about the board or the bus driver asking me for money. It's like a grab bag of good news. You know what? If you borrow money from someone, pay them back, and then ask for the money back like 3 days later to borrow it again, it's basically your money, right? Like, it's like we're all holding the poker joke about we're all holding Phil Ivey's money. If you borrow my money for like 2 months, pay me back, and then ask 3 days later to borrow money again, that money, I think, by definition, becomes your money because you have the money more than I do, you know? That doesn't make sense. You don't borrow money from somebody, pay it back, and then ask to borrow it again 3 days later, you know? It just doesn't work like that. I'm sorry, you know? Then it's your money. I mean, I'm borrowing your money. Okay, I gotta mix it up a little bit. I've been playing E4 mostly. Sung Prism, French. Hate the French. Nothing personal. Cracking t-shirts. Yeah. Get cracking. When's the Kraken Chessable course coming out? Fuck Twessable. I'll never make a course on Twessable. Maybe I'll make a Kraken book, though. Play the Kraken. Kraken ebook. Twessable. I like that. Alright, F4. The classical advanced. Sounds like you're combining two different things. Hybrid. The poison pawn variation. It's more poison. Where's Acerbate, by the way? He's never here anymore. Not awake on Friday. Play the classical music. Remember to take the shma out of the bish. The what? The shma? Shma. Bishma. Tishma. I'm confused. And I like it that way. Alright. Knight A4? No. No. Is that a line? Is Knight A4 a line? Knight A4, Queen A5, check, C3, C4. And then something weird like B4, huh? And then you take en passant. I take with the queen. Is that a thing? Like, is this bad? Am I a bad person? The Kraken t-shirts, Kraken merch, Kraken merch. Oh, B5. Maybe this is a good move. But I have in between. Twinned with Swindon. So if I play knight takes d4, you have knight takes d4, something takes d4, and then b5. But I have b4 right away. Be right back, knight. Queen c7. Well, you know, now that I think about it, why not just take with the pawn? If you're going to be like that about it, I mean, we just have a really freaking good advance variation now. It's like the best advance variation ever. Space advantage de jour. Du jour, sorry. Terrible with French and foreign languages in general. I'm bad at Spanish, Russian, Hungarian, and other languages I don't know at all. We looked at this after one of our games like years ago. Maybe. But this is horrible for black. This is truly horrible. That's about as bad a French defense as you can get. the worst French defense known to man. Except for the time that like Nimzovich put that guy Hackinson or whatever his name was. There's Nimzovich Hackinson where his queen ends up on like A8, man. I mean that's got to be was it A8 or B8 or I don't remember, but that was even worse than this. The advance. Hackinson. Run the H pawn. I mean, I hate playing like closed positions in blitz chess because there's not enough time to strategize. Like Bugs Bunny. Here's an interesting position now. Different approaches to the position. Strategize. Either way, you know, involves some risk here. This will open up, or the other way, the knight gets into like A5, C4. But this is the firm blockade here. Firm, tofu. Unfortunately, guys, I only have an hour and a half. Yes, sir. He's gonna be cagey about counterplay. B4 must remain. Protect. Well, my rook's not doing much on the C file. Alright, this is fine. I have a protected pass pawn on C5. He has a protected pass pawn on D5. I have more space. My bad bishop is less bad than his bad bishop. Why don't you go ahead and castle? No hurry? Any particular reason? Not feeling like castling kingside today. It looks fun. I mean, I'm not the most feared attacking player in the world, but yeah, I mean, black's kingside looks very primed for checkmate. They're fine. Everything's fine here. I have to disagree with Arsenal on principle. I think black's getting nearly checkmated, but maybe it's not so easy. There's a rook lift. You gotta like this rook lift. Wow. Could be a little slow on the slow side. You don't say. Queen E1. Uh-oh. Yeah, I just saw that now. But I mean, aren't you losing material here? Ultimately. Ultimate. All right, now if I give up the rook, I have bishop takes a7. King takes check. I can give up the rook. I I was going to defend it originally, but the attack still seems pretty strong. Arsenal's favorite sacrifice. Oh no, we're down a pawn. Student body. I guess it's like when there's this like rising protest among the students and they overtake the campus with, it's got to be some like, I don't know, Vietnam era type of shit. It's just like tour de force. It's force majeure or whatever. I don't know. You know, the student body is like the body of Christ. No. Uh-oh. That's not normal. I'm down a pawn. Poor pawn. Alright. The attack. Winning all the way. All the way. I say. Perfect game. No, this advantage is huge for white. Peter agrees. Agrees. Do you agree? It's not winning, it's just plus 1.5. Alright. So his combo doesn't work. I could have played bishop c7 immediately, duh. I knew that king side would be bad news for you. Alright. Yeah, no, something went wrong in the opening. Alright, what happened? C3. There's no games here. What? Well, okay, like, first of all, very few people play queen a5 check, I guess. What other move would you do? Oh, wow. So there's like, wow, I invented new theory here. The knight a4 is normal. This is bizarre. A3. Okay, well, I mean, his move is just like, nobody plays bishop e7, that's all. So this is just a really, really unusual move. Mule Skinner subscribed. Basically, I got 2 kids with who are sick, and I've got to like walk around my house with a mask on. My office is like off limits to everyone else, so it's like this is like the clean room. Bishop e7, no good. You have to take. Knight takes. Yeah, this is what you meant. Knight a4. This is what you meant. This is what we thought. Queen a5 check. Arsenal's thinking of this variation. This is well known. And it's not much for white, unfortunately. Yeah, nothing special. Elvest. 88. Alright, back to the game. Back to the next game. Shocky. Thanks for subscribing, Mule Skinner. Mule leather. He owns a mule leather factory. E4. I can. You can challenge me, warrior. You can't, you're saying, because you're like blocked or something? Now that can't stop you. People, people who are blocked send me challenges all the time. You're not blocked, are you? Maybe. Alright, e4. Well regarded. Rigardo Montalban. Don't start with that bishop c4 crap again. Let's see if he's blocked. He's blocked. Alright, I'll unblock him. I'm in a good mood. It's almost Christmas. He's blocked for something minor infraction like spamming or what's this crap, dude? Stop with the Bodler attack, dude. I took it easy on you yesterday with the hippo, but I'm not going to be so nice. You're going to continue to play this bishop c4. Why not play the London system? Isn't it strange that Black's clock only start after he makes first move? Is it the same for white? Isn't it the same for white? I mean, I always thought it was strange, in a way. But it's same for white too, isn't it? Yeah, it's not like that over the board. Oh my god. The disconnect between over the board chess. Yes. There's a lot of that. A lot of disconnect. The developers of lichess have never been to an over the board chess tournament. It's to give the chance to a board. Thank God it's not Texas. So we're going to transpose to the Bodler. All right, bishop e3. Well, now they're just going to start rounding up migrants and arresting them. I mean, like, asylum seekers and stuff. Texas is a great place. Well, I mean, it's nothing wrong with Texas, but the governor of Texas and its attorney general are... And this isn't because of partisan things. These guys are horrible. I don't care if they're, Stalinist, Republican, whatever. They're just terrible people, like monsters. The attorney general of Texas is... I mean, he should be in jail himself. And the governor is just a monster. But, I'm just saying, like, yeah, I mean, this is not a question of political sides, They're just terrible, monstrous human beings. Alright. There's some good people that live in Texas. Cooking Rooks, someone on sound. They both live in Austin. Austin is like a bastion of normality in Texas. Otherwise authoritarian Texas. I've never been to Texas. I'm not sure I've ever driven through Texas, actually. I don't think I've even been even Texas on the train or even gone through it. I once took the train from Boston to Chicago to Las Vegas, but it went through Colorado and down. I've been to Arizona. Texas. Alright. Predominantly Austin oriented viewers here. Chess is big in Texas. Wow. Salvador? You would like cooking rooks, Nerdog. He never comes to my stream anymore, but he helped me with the overlay and stuff, and he lives in Austin. He's a really nice guy. He's also a programmer, but sadly, he just never comes to my stream anymore. He never has time or whatever. You guys would hit it off. Anyway, Cambridge with barbecue. Alright. Shockey plays some unconventional. He likes his bishops the way he likes his women, outside the pawn chain. Alright, whatever that means. Outside the chain gang. I like my bishops outside the pawn chain. The Bowdler. Why are you playing the Bowdler, man? You're like reverting to... He's reverting to Precambrian opening times. You know, to be fair, I don't know what to play. Where are you gonna put your king, bro? I don't know, man. The Republican Party there in Texas is pretty. It's about as entrenched as Putin is in Russia. I love it when Beto O'Rourke runs for governor and shit, man. Maybe they should let Texas secede from the Union. Hey, channel points. Anybody know what they're for? Buying Kraken gear. Way too close, yeah. Arsenal. Don't want Arsenal to get unhinged on a Texas rant. Gotta be careful. Texas is very close to his heart. Oof. Giving up your darks for bishop. That could be a bad idea. Shockey, you're very unconventional, my friend. I guess nothing wrong with being unconventional, huh? He just lost on time. Shockey's lost some points, no? He's got... Okay, that was Blitz versus Rapid. He's 2300 in Rapid. Not a fan of the Bowdler. Anonymous player. Guys, I can stream until 2. It's almost 1 o'clock now. I've got another hour of Blitz in me before I get alcohol withdrawal symptoms. Channel points, no, we're still working on the channel points thing. But I am going to be up let's say the stream is ongoing. It's it's a work in progress. I think we can probably implement something with channel points. McCracken. B5 is risque. So I decided on what, E6 instead? It's the quiet Kraken. Oh, dude. Whiskey's not that bad, actually. Bourbon, in particular. Yeah, but I'm good, man. I've been very well behaved. I'm enjoying not drinking much these days. Actually, I drink like a bottle of wine a week or something. Yeah, this is what you played before. Something involving Queen D3, wasn't it? And then I did Knight C6. But I think B5 also makes tons of sense. Knight C16 is provocative, and it blocks my C pawn, you know. The whole idea of the Kraken is to play something kind of flexible, where we have lots of different options. To play Knight C6 interferes with our entire concept of C5, which is a very major idea in a lot of cases. So G3 looks weird. Now I'm there first. I mean, C5 is looking pretty good now. Honestly, there's variations where like Stockfish wants to play C5 as a pawn sack. You know, you do like C5 and white takes it and you just don't recapture. You just keep developing. My favorite is when it transposes to the Najdorf. I just play C5, white makes a move, I take on D4 and it's a Najdorf. But it's like Najdorf, you know, achievement get transposed to the Najdorf from the Kraken. But I think here, you know, white might have some issues. There's a minor situation. He's really asking for it. I mean, why, you know, how can I not play B4? Why and how? That's funny, Emil Skinner. Knight FD7. You calculated that I'm only spending about $150 a month. Well, I mean, that's what I used to spend when I was living in the States. Probably. Basically, prices here in Hungary have massively increased. But even still, it's still probably... Things like beer and wine are cheaper. Still cheaper than in the West. Hard liquor, not so much. You know, it's actually very pricey. I don't think it's cheaper. If you want to buy a bottle of whiskey or something, or Spain, San Miguel. It's also more plentiful than water. You guys have like a drought, like a massive drought. The olive farmers are in trouble, right? I mean, in Spain, there's like an olive oil shortage. I mean, there's a lot of olive farms where, you know, olive oil producers, their production levels are like down anywhere between like 30 to 70% or something. That's why the cost of olive oil is so high. because of climate change and drought in Mediterranean countries like Spain, Italy, Portugal. An interesting approach here by anonymous player with the weird all right, dark squares. Scare me, Nedog. Worried for you. It's the Spanish torture. Yeah, this is a typical typical Spanish. I love how the game like morphs. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's too close to Christmas for conspiracy theories. You know the great thing about conspiracy theories? We can make them up for everything. You know, they're very handy. I love conspiracy theories as much as the next guy. Where's our Illuminati? The thing about conspiracy theories, they're like one size fits all. You can make them up for everything. And they might be true, you know, and you never know. Like, it's kind of like catching cheaters. They might be cheating, but they might not, you know. You could make a case that all of my opponents are cheating. Am I just paranoid? Yeah, I mean, I think that we have to say, I guess the best way to put it in chess terms, Arsenal fan, is that conspiracy theories are like tactics. 99% of conspiracy theories don't work. And people just like jump on them at the first sign of tinfoil hat club. Who doesn't love a good conspiracy theory? I love Pizzagate as much as the next guy, you know. And I like the X-Files, for example, but that's like fiction, you know. You gotta love the X-Files. And I want to believe. Of course. There really are downed alien spacecraft. I've seen them. Apartment inventory? Sounds like Trump evaluating the value of his properties or something. That's a conspiracy theory too. He would never do a thing like that. I mean, who would do that? It's all subjective anyway. Well, now we're talking about corruption. But you know what the most important word there in here in Boston? They fudged the supply stats of apartment inventory to keep prices high. Who's the they? You know what I mean? That's the really scary part. They. Like implying that It's like, reptilians or something. The reptilians are behind it. Is it the gray aliens that are into real estate, or the reptilians that are? Yeah, but I mean, who keeps track of supply stats of apartment inventory? That sounds like something, that's not done by individual real estate agents. It would be kind of like some statistics department in the city or something like that, You'd be talking about. Yeah, we need to apply conspiracy theories. I mean, of course, Arsenal fan. But not only corruption theories, conspiracy theories too. Hillary Clinton is a pedophile, cannibal. I mean, like Pizzagate or whatever, dude. People are so retarded. I blame television. Reality TV shows, real crime shows. No. No conspiracy theories about Biden. Are you kidding me? You haven't gotten around very lately. There's got to be tons, dude. He's got to be a pedophile cannibal too. Alright, Mule Skinner. And he's a reptilian. And he's also like been replaced, the great replacement theory. He's been replaced by an alien, probably. You guys remember the TV series V? Nedog, do you remember that? Going down the rabbit hole. But when you say stuff like that, you're like, the FBI signed off on it. I don't know, everything's misinformation until you're sure, I guess. That was a pretty weird story, man, To be honest, Arsenal fan, like, I'll tell you the first thing about that story, it's really improbable that, and I admit, like, it may be well true, but what kind of, like, person who's connected to the president would, like, take their laptop to some random laptop store, to have it serviced or something, like, I mean, even as a private citizen, I wouldn't feel comfortable, like, letting some stranger handle my, like, electronics. I've had computers stolen. People put spyware on my computer. I mean, it's just so unbelievable that Joe Biden's Hunter Biden would take his laptop to a random laptop place to have... No, but I'm saying, like, that's almost unbelievable, right? Like, it's, even if it's true, it's still unbelievable that anybody would be that stupid. That Hunter Biden would be that stupid to seriously take his like laptop with personal information on it to like a random store. The guy's like a millionaire connected to the vice president of the United States. Like, who? It's unbelievable. The first thing I heard that story, I was like, there's no way this is true. Nobody would be that dumb. to take their laptop to a laptop repair place, you know, you have to dismiss it, I think, as misinformation. Like, it's so ridiculous and improbable that it can't be true, you know? I mean, but seriously, dude, how could it possibly be true? And it is, you know, it's like, but you can't blame people for assuming that that's not true, dude. That's like, it's like a story out of, like, you know, you really can't blame people for being doubtful of that, of the veracity of that, you know? It's almost unbelievable. I just immediately dismissed it, you know? But I don't understand why everyone's so interested in that stuff. Alright. Conspiracy theories. I can't believe we're talking about this. This isn't happening. Arsenal, you said it's too close to Christmas. You're not going to start. Let's just pause. Wait. Phew. Feel better now. Alright. Mule Skinner, I didn't realize I'm playing you. What are you playing here? What is this? Jesus Christ. It's the Joko piano? What is he playing the Joko piano for? You're not supposed to play the Joko piano. You're supposed to play the Spanish. What are you doing, dude? You live in Spain. You play in La Zubia Open, and now you're playing the Italian game? Why did I play Bishop e6? This is how distracted I got from this off-subject conversations. I didn't realize who I was playing. I played Bishop e6, a move that I hate on principle. I would never normally play Bishop e6 here. Actually, I'm just not even paying attention, you know? I played Bishop e6, which is a kind of weird move. I've been, like, totally tuned out. But actually, black seems okay. I can play knight to g4. The Zubia. Knight d4. Knight d4. Mule Skinner traditionally always played the Spanish with white. Robert England. V. Oh shit. What? Are you serious, Nedog? Are you kidding me? It was like pre-Nightmare on Elm Street? That's impossible. That's a conspiracy. No, I'm not gonna start. Really? V was pre, like, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1? No way. I mean, the Nightmare on Elm Street series of movies goes back pretty far, no? It was actually before Nightmare on Elm Street? Wow. Alright. We're pretty active here. We've got Mule Skinner's favorite exchange sacrifice. Every French player's favorite theme in the world, honestly. Rook f3. I don't feel like I have enough power to, like, make this exchange sack. Make it work. Make it so. Make it so, number one. Mr. Coffee's not here. He's sleeping in. He must be off for Christmas. What about you, Nedog? So what's our follow-up after Rook f3? What's the next move? Rook f3, Pawn f3, now what? Knight on G takes E5. Knight D2. And then what? We can do it. It's just not convincing to me. Playable. I probably have compensation for the exchange, but at the same time, I'm not convinced this is the best. No. Santa Claus. V is from 1983. And Nightmare on Elm Street from 84. Oh no. King G2. That can't be safe. Don't start with that Santa Claus isn't real shit. Tired of hearing that. I didn't like King G2. I thought he would play Knight to D2. R2 D2. 666. Paralygon YouTube has followed. Mule Skinner resubbed. 65 months. Knight F3. Bishop B6. Hello. Anyway, oh, Sladgie. Hello. 1983. That was the bomb, man. 83, 84. Let's go back to 1983, 84. Life was good. Little Cold War action. Alright. Now H3 may in fact be a bad move. But I'm not sure. It may in fact not be a bad move. Wow, Knight E1 check. Knight E1 check. This rook on E2 just gets in the way of everything. Knight E1 check. And E1? Oh no. Okay, when was the clapper released? He resigned. The rook is a disaster, man. What happened here? I didn't even play like a great line. This bishop b6. So look, theoretical novelty, bishop e6. It's not that bad. I mean, it's kind of surprising that no one has ever played this move. Yeah, so d65, yeah, it's really bad. Yeah, h3 or something like that. But was my rook takes f3 best? Second best. Wow, it's best. Wow. Plus 7.8. Plus 8. We're in plus 8 territory. Oh my god, I missed queen g4. I missed queen h4. I mean, I did look at it for a moment, but I didn't see that it was like crushing. Wow. Rook f3, g takes f3, queen h4. glanced at it, and I thought, okay, I don't have enough force here. Queen g4 check. It's nothing big, you know, just a rook sacrifice, nothing major. Just a slow-mo rook sacrifice, +8. No big deal. Enjoy the Italian game. Uh-oh, what's that? 5+3? Blade ball. The warrior. Poor warrior. Been waiting to play. Alright, we've got another half an hour to go. Till Mr. Coffee time. Mr. Coffee. So... You're not going to do that again, right? You immediately provoked me by giving me more time. Why? He must have just hit the button. I'm going to just I'm going to just assume that the warrior just gave me 15 seconds by accident. Like you clicked on something. You're not intentionally giving me more time, right? It's hard to offend me in the first 2 seconds of the game, but you know, it's like you're provoking me or something. Everybody knows Santa Claus is a paid government experiment. He was developed in a lab. There's probably some people who think that Santa Claus was... Alright, that's it. I don't understand this guy. Alright, whatever. I don't understand you, dude. What you're doing. Very strange. He was giving me more time. Over and over again. I don't understand what is wrong with this guy. I unblocked him. So he starts like giving me more time just randomly. Did I take a challenge here? Sorry, I'm a little confused. Resident Spectre, where's your game? Where did Resident Spectator go? Can anyone understand to me like why that guy was giving me 15 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 seconds? We just started the game. Go to homepage. Ah, join the game. Thank you. Very smart. I was trying to just back page it. I don't know what that dude's problem is. He's really strange. I just unblocked him, and he waits to challenge me. He says, "15 seconds, 15 seconds." What? What are you doing? What are you doing? Whatever happened to Cheesy Noob? By the way. He never plays on my stream anymore. Kind of miss his weird style. I like that. Oh, I thought I was playing Asterbait. That's so crazy because he plays this. I was like, oh my god, Asterbait played a new system in the Marazzi. It's impossible. Arsenal, don't talk about such things. How could you bring up that subject? Cheesy Noob was here a few days ago, really? Asterbait, welcome. Nice to see you awake and functioning. Chessmaster Chessmaster 3000 it was called. Used to play this. This is part of Chessmaster 3000's like repertoire. The black side of the Marazzi Accelerated Dragon. There was this kid from New Jersey when I was maybe in my 20s who got about to master level. Sherwood McClelland, I remember him. He was about 2200. He used to play this line for black. Petrosian played it, and then it just kind of fell off the radar until Chessmaster 3000, and then again it fell off the radar. It's not... I don't know, somewhere I thought it was recommended. Was it Silman? I don't know. I don't know if, like, Donaldson mentioned it in his Accelerated Dragons books. Maybe he did, but he didn't. I don't remember Donaldson, like, specifically, recommending this line for black. You've seen it in a Saruwan St. Louis. Yeah, because Saruwan... Well, Saruwan, like... Jeremy Silman just died. And I would assume that he's around the same age, as Saruwan. Saruwan, Jeremy Silman, John Donaldson... They should all be around the same age. I was thinking that Donaldson and Silman specifically, they worked together on the Accelerated Dragon stuff. But it's like Yasser never played the Accelerated Dragon. Well, not seriously anyway. I mean, he might have, but his bread and butter were things like the Carol Khan, more solid stuff. So what's up with this, like, ending here? By the way, you're supposed to put your queen on e5, aren't you? Well, there's a variation where you put the queen on e5 and then play, like, g5 to hold it in place, so to speak. No, Silman was a great, I think, quality, content producer, if we shall say that. Before the days of this cheap clickbait era that we've entered. Basically the chess clickbait, the blogs and the trashy sort of content. It's like a pop culture. It's pop culture. I mean, Silman wrote some good books. He also, he was one of the only authors who really, got his work into really mainstream places. Like, you could go to a bookstore and find Jeremy Silman books on the shelf because he produced really quality chess content, which is certainly not the trend today. Did a good job. What I like about Silman is that he did a good job marketing himself without lowering his standards, and that's admirable. I think the Lev Albert sort of approach, where you're kind of producing a bit of trashy, superficial content, sort of using your title as a justification. Superficial content, Silman wasn't superficial. I think he was genuine. I never knew him. I only ever, actually, to come to think of it, I probably saw him at tournaments, but I never knew him to speak to. He was West Coast, Texas, actually. But I thought he lived in California. I may be mistaken. I'm pretty sure he lived in California. Yeah. Alright, I've got another challenge from a player. Hopefully they're not going to give me 15 seconds extra every move. Bling. Lots of bling here. Joe JJSSS and Marwan have followed. Not a lot of viewers today. Like, what's up? What time do I have to start? You know, like later? I guess there's the other. Speaking of artificial content, this is such a beautiful Marazzi for white, but you have f5. Maybe you can play for f5 at some point. Königs. Choices. G4, f5. F5 bothers me a little bit. It's not that it's not risky for black, though, you know. I like king e7. That's a brave move. He mentioned it was an idea of Larson. That I do not know. I just remember, like, specifically Petrosian playing this variation for black, and Larson was a big player. You know, Larson was fond of the accelerated dragon, so. But Petrosian not so much. They both, well, I mean, Larson had a broad opening repertoire. Played a lot of weird stuff. One of my greatest, you know, influences, I think. You know, really creative player. Great exponent of hypermodernism. You know, a little more so than Petrosian, but Petrosian, I mean, he was more sound, so to speak, than Larson. Larson was constantly trying to provoke, and I think this opening would suit his style a little better. So rook d8. Changing. Sounds like there's a spacecraft outside, like taking off. I know that's a weird comment to make. But we were talking about aliens before. I was thinking maybe you should play bishop f6 there. Generally speaking, an accelerated dragon. You're going to trick me now. F5. Romance spectator. I get him confused with Anonymous for some reason. There's no relation between you and Anonymous, is there? Resident Spectre. Hypnotic Spectre. That's that was supposedly Chess Network's account on ICC. We had played a lot of Blitz games. He was very strong in Blitz. Solid effort here by black. Do I ever want to play b4? If and when? I think I do. Wow. That is an insane move. Knight a6. Who would have played knight a6? Raise your hand. I would have played knight d7, but he was perhaps right to do this. What's going on? Astrobate, I told you you need to ask for permission slip when you do that. He collapsed. Black had a durable position here. I mean, you just like freaked out. I thought you were fine. A little bit worse, maybe. F5 takes, and then why can't you play knight d7? because of knight b5. I wasn't convinced for some reason. I am threatening knight a7 and I am threatening knight takes d6. But the first problem is, if I play knight b5, let's just say, if I play knight b5, I'm attacking this, I'm attacking this. But the question is, like, how big a threat is knight takes a7? Because you could technically go to a8 and come down and take my a pawn. So the first question is, like, is knight takes a7 a real threat? Knight takes d6 is a real threat. So, and I think the problem is, like, if you try to defend this with bishop e5, I have f4. And if you try to defend it by moving your knight, then b6 is undefended, so I can take on a7 and b6 falls. It's very possible that you're right, you know, that actually you had to play knight a6, as awkward as that is. You gain a tempo by hitting this. I play a3. Oh, a3 question mark. Wow, that's great. Well, what would you freaking have me play here, Stockfish? Bishop g5 check or something? Maybe. I mean, it doesn't seem necessary, honestly. But let's just say it wants to play knight b5. Okay, whatever. But a3 question mark. Okay, fine. Why don't you play knight c7? I mean, this isn't great, but you're covering the key square here. And that's all that really matters, I think. You know, you're okay. White has just a slight advantage. Uh-oh, learning chess. Learning chess, anonymous, and resonant spectator. All very similar and different. Why do we have only 15 viewers? Oh my god, I think my title is too boring. Sladgie, I need clickbait. Fast Friday Challenges. It's not clickbait. That's my problem. Not enough clickbait. Well, I'm still back on. I drank a pint of Jim Beam last night. Thank you for not adding 15 seconds to my clock. How many games left? Nettie, make. Oh, and Learning Chess and Nettie aren't subscribers, guys. Make them subscribers again. Nettie, you're not a subscriber? Resident Spectre is not a subscriber. Any comments on no term limit FIDE decided on? Oh my god. No, dude, I don't really like FIDE, and I think it's a corrupt organization, so nothing they would do would surprise me. I was stuck on those comments from like 30 minutes ago. I just that was the last comment I saw. I hadn't scrolled down. My chat got stuck, and I was still back on Jim Beam. I'm just saying. Playing the Kraken has made me want to like learn to play the Najdorf. I've been looking at some good games lately. Najdorf is the best Sicilian. How's sunny Alston? Now, like, don't you miss like living in Cambridgeport or whatever? How could you live in Alston after all those years of living in Cambridge? Cambridge has just like priced you out. How could you even like afford to live in America? How can anybody afford to live in America if they make less than like 6 figures a year? I would be like on food stamps if I lived in the United States. I could go on food stamps. It's basically an extension of Cambridge, right? All the Harvard students had to start like getting housing in Alston. Yeah, no, I know. I did the bike ride a lot, man. I mean, they had to expand into Alston. It's going to come right butting up to BU. Bishop G5. Alright. I'm getting the hang of the Najdorf. After avoiding it for 40 years. It's finally reached the point where I'm willing to try to learn to play the Najdorf with black. We only live once. What happened? Clickbait. Wristband wearing, headband wearing freak who lives in his mother's basement. Nothing wrong with that, dude. Especially, you know, in today's economy. You gotta sympathize. Thanks, Asterbait, for gifting those subs. They're going to gift soon. Okay, guys, I have another lesson in 15 minutes, so this or the next is the last game. I have time for maybe one more. So I'm sorry for falling asleep yesterday. Oh. Yeah, you play creative stuff, Sensei. I mean, we should have done your game first because it was fascinating. But, I mean, there's no way to know that in advance necessarily. Interesting opening variation. I wasn't familiar with that line. As I mentioned on the stream, I did briefly play e6 against the Trompowski years ago. I think I only ended up having like 1 or 2 games with it, but it's a little bit on the passive side for black. Wow, exchange sacrifice? Sometimes we make exchange sacrifices just to be cool, you know. It's not cool to make exchange sacrifices for the sake of being cool. Rook c3, bc3, knight takes e4, bishop e7, queen e7, bishop a6. And then, yeah, that was my daughter having like horrible cough. That's why I'm locked down in the clean room. If you guys heard that, she's all right. Just has a bad cough. What were we talking about? Yeah, your game. They bought up so many houses and businesses. Send them to Budapest to buy mine. E4 and Trump. I thought that line was supposed to be a little bit better for white, but maybe not. So I'm playing this based off of the concept of bishop e7, queen e7, bishop a6. This is probably not enough, though. I have knight c3. What is it going to come down to? I have a pawn for the exchange and a better structure. Is that enough, though? I mean, there is like bishop a6, knight takes f2. By the way. Also, worthy of consideration. This doesn't seem right to me. How to describe the move queen d3? Okay. Wow, it's not bad. It feels materialistic. We are living in a material world. Alright, this is a material world that we're living in. Our opponent is defending the pawn on c3 by placing his queen in harm's way. I'm not sure that's the best procedure here, objectively. That's the police, right? So f4, glump, glump, glump. This is my plan. Speaking of materialistic, I don't have to take the pawn on c3. It's not going anywhere, and I'm being as materialistic as the next guy. What rooks? What rooks? What rooks? I'm a kangaroo. Are you guys like, he's a weird dude? That's right. What rooks are you talking about? No, screw it. I'm not going to take your pawn. It's not going anywhere. It's not hurting anybody. And it's just pointless, you know? Why should I take your freaking pawn on c3? I get it. That was warrior? Do you take vacation now for streaming? Just 24th and 25th. Today's the 22nd. Sunday's the 24th, Monday's the 25th. So I am going to take a 2-day vacation for Xmas. That person is weird. You're weird. You're weird, Nedog. I don't know, at this rate, I don't think I'm going to get another game in. Is g3 absolutely necessary for white there? Are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure that's a good idea? The master of one-move threats. Check. This is all strategically based. Check. Check. Mofo. What could possibly go wrong here? You have bishop d5 now. Damn. He missed it. But that's the model exchange sacrifice in the Najdorf for Sicilian. We've just witnessed here. This is a model exchange sacrifice, and your only defense was bishop d5. That's a diagonal. This is a diagonal. That's our second rook on e2 today. I gotta go, guys. No time for more games. Can we get bishop d5 on the board? See if it puts up any resistance. It's only -10. Nothing problem. Oh, you lose a piece there. Okay, it's a little late after queen h5. Rook e2 was a bad move, but it's already compromised. g3 is a bad move. So this is like you're in critical condition and you took yourself off the ventilator when you played. Actually, the computer's, it likes g3 and then it gives it dubious. Like, make up your mind. You got a dubious for playing g3 and my engine says it's the best move. It's really sick, dude. Self-immolation is the best thing to do here. Queen d1 was best. Really. Well, maybe that's just your phone or something. Maybe Asterbate analyzed it with his phone. I don't know. Well, anyway, white's lost here. But the original exchange sack, you know, I thought this was... And I only saw knight f2 at the last second. I was intending on something else. But knight f2 is a double exclamation. That would compromise your king's safety. If I take here, you know, your king is safe, and I'm down the exchange. I was going to play like this. But here, now you're down the exchange for a pawn. On like this move or something. But it's not like... I shouldn't probably make this exchange sacrifice. If this is the best I can get, then why the hell did I sack the exchange, you know? Computer doesn't think I should sack the exchange. I've talked about it before. This is the most prototypical exchange sacrifice in the Sicilian and maybe in chess. But I have this friend who like sacks the exchange just because he thinks it's cool. And we've got to avoid that type of thing, like playing moves because it's cool, you know. There's got to be a reason, a fundamental reason behind it. Imbalance the position. So queen d3 is bad. And now you're in trouble. But the position I found most interesting was this one. Because this is not really an issue, you know. Takes, here, takes, queen takes c3. I have a pawn for the exchange, but so what? You know, you have two rooks and I have one. I mean, white is better here. This move changes the evaluation. Because now you have to sacrifice your king's safety. After knight f2, I wasn't sure, but the computer confirms it. Takes, takes. Now, I would play king back to g1, right? Okay, now, in this position, again, I've sacked the exchange. You have two rooks to my one. I have a better pawn structure. You have double isolanis here. But your king is a little bit open. I mean, this diagonal plus just the two pawns to protect your king in the long term. So I have the massive sort of like 4 on 2. I want to say 4 on 1. That's the way that Nedog likes it. But here, you know, we're going with our pawn majority. Really good outpost, by the way, on c5. And black's better. This is a model exchange sacrifice. Anyway, guys, I gotta go. Nice knowing you. We will be back. I'm gonna try to be back tomorrow night doing a simul stream. I don't guarantee, because I could get abducted by aliens or something, or far right Republicans, or maybe Orban's crew will knock me off. But yeah, I'll be trying to do. Watch out for Bad Santa. Maybe Bad Santa will abduct me. That likes fantasy. Anyway, 13 viewers were killing it today. What's up with that? People don't want to. They don't want to learn real chess. Sad, but true. Anyway, guys, gonna do a try to do the simul stream tomorrow night. And if I don't see you guys, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and like Pawnda says, hey everybody, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And if you're my fan, I'm yours too. And if you're not my fan, then fuck you. Nah, bye bye.